These niggas don't know my name, but I'm hard here, better know the game. I was raised on the south side, but the west side is where a nigga came. I don't do that op shit, cause that op shit get a nigga changed. I don't fuck with that cop shit, cause them cops try to get a nigga framed. Got booked for some dumb shit, I ain't never say another nigga name. I was doing me, I was hitting stains. For the money, wasn't for the fame. Young fire flame. Shot rack with the killer's claim. Look, homie shoot babies didn't change. I just wish they had better aim. We similar, but we ain't the same. Grown man, I don't need niggas. I was in the village with the breed niggas. In the club was where they lead niggas. Murder town on the low end. Rock wheel with the hard head. VIP, TBC, tell the industry, give me my bread. Work hard like Diesel. Definitely in it like twofold. Blow fresh like new clothes. I shine brighter than a hue blow. 100 grand to the 100 spin. Who the man down or the money then. Pop shit like chemo. Or do the shuffle like D-Lo. It's all about that cash cream. 7-4 with the flag green. Cops to ops, ops to cops. Niggas bitches like drag queens. Illinois, Chicago. I'll blow the top off a Tahoe. The law like to put their hands on you. Fuck the slickers in the transformers. Rap shit, that's the new brand. I'ma get a deal in due time. Real shit, nigga, you land. I get true crime on a blue line, going hard in the meantime, spit mean rhymes on the green line. Free the homie P-Funk, he doing time for that pink line. Clock say that it's bread time, ain't waiting long like the red line. Everybody got a deadline, I'm still ducking that bedtime. Conspiracy, no comparison, seem more white than an Aryan. Niggas say that they won't be vegetarian. They say I'm an animal, try to take me to a veterinarian. Shawty calls, she with the shit, so I'ma beat the pussy barbarian. Windy City, that heat blow, I'm high flyer than an ego. Take it like no repo, I'm back, bitch, like D-Roll. Fresh off that injury, put me in the game, I'm killing it. It's going down on Madison, but Michigan magnificent. I ain't even wanna do this shit, so Ron told me to do this shit. I'm going crazy, got stupid spit. Gotta act it like who is dick. Go to work, no time shit. Can't handle my rhyme speech. I got bars, die hard, fry hard, 5 piece. Fuck a Versace, I need a Bugatti and maybe Ferrari. Look, bro, why you watching me? Get the fuck back, cause you look like an option. You see me get high as a strategy, smacking your bitch and don't get no apology. She should have been talking that shit like she won with the click and that money monopoly. I just got put in a ladder, bitch, sad to say I got picked up for the robbery. I'm thinking I did it, but told myself when I come home, it ain't nobody stopping me. Definition is no probably, nobody's fucking with me. I'm like, obviously, you rappers is whack. I've been holding back, now it's time to give you all of me. Bitch, I'm a leader, so follow me. Follow me right to the promised land. Niggas be acting like women so soft and so timid, so tell them that I'm the man. Yeah, shorty, I'm the man. Reliable, fast, so trust in me. Them niggas that hate say I'm ugly, they niggas, they bitches be fucking me. I am the man and the shit, and there's nothing you people could do with this. Shorty, she riding so fast and so furious, sweating, I'm ludicrous. The way that she moving her belly like Nelly, I think I'm a lunatic. They thinking I'm new to this, but I'm a veteran. Recipes, tuna fish, niggas this shit out of luck. Telling me maybe they think I'm addicted to drugs. I'm just addicted to love. I'm just addicted to women and spinning this duck. Tell them I'm killing you, Drake. Kendrick Lamar, I'm a star, spin in your face. Homie, I'm taking my place. Sorry, I'm late. I just got out of a cage. Shout out to Quitty, she broke. Shout out my mother, my brother, my sister, my folks. Shout out to Cody, he know that I'm cold in the industry, owe me some dough. Shout out to all of the women that gave me some dough. Niggas that hate that I'm home. Shout out to all of my people like Evil Knievel, I stunt and they carry the chrome. Shout out to Lil Herb, man. Man, shout out to Nikki, man. Baby, shout out to Shot Rack, man. 5 and 6, man. The cops, the ops, and the ops, the cops, man.
Shout out to Nikki, the cops, the ops, the ops, the cops. What's good with it, my family? We cruising on in here in the late night. Well, not a late night, on a Friday evening. How everybody doing? Hope everybody cooling on this Friday night. Cooling like we do. Y'all know how we do. Even while we working. We be cool with it. Even while we doing, even while in the midst of exposing, we be cool with it. What's up with it, Nina Ray? How you doing? Tiffany Collins, City Girl, Rhea Bowman, L. Bonnie, King Rob, King Yaya, King Big Birds, Charles J. How y'all doing? See, I'm getting good with the names because uh, half of the names I just named didn't roll through the chat yet. The chat moving kind of slow right now, but now it's moving. So what up, Angel, Tasty, what that's Lawana. How everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's staying safe on this Friday evening. On this wicked Friday evening. See, this what we gotta do. We gotta treat like every day is a day that these people will pull off their wickedness. So if we treat every day like that, then every day we'll beef our security up. What y'all think? If we treat every day like that, then every day the security will be beefed up. Whether it's in our households, all the way from our households to when we meet up on YouTube. They not gonna stop. Stop it. One thing, this may sound funny, but it's true, and we know it's true. And and the reason we can say it's true because we can do what we've been doing, and what is that? Going off their actions. One thing we know for sure that telling the truth, that's one thing they didn't put in the script. In that script they was going by, that wasn't in there. That went nowhere in there. They ain't telling us no truth.
If you don't like fire, still love you. Just know your favorite rapper's in trouble. Try to put me on a leash like a dog with a muzzle. I'm still gon' hustle. I was born in the struggle. They all say they great, but they average. They ain't never lost it, cause they ain't never have it. Then everybody claim to be a savage. If it wasn't no guns, you would probably get your ass well. Your ass get the spot jumping like a bunny cause I'm energized. Who am I ain't even gotta emphasize. If you look me square in my eyes, you will realize I'm a force to be reckoned with. Cut your toes off. Any rapper try to step to this. What's a rookie to a veteran? Matter of fact, dummy, what's ignorance to intelligence? Y'all already know who the best is, and I ain't trying to hear shit like Deaf Kid. I just wanna stay fresh like baby powder and catch a bad bitch and suck a baby out of. Better come your chick or she dead meat. No child support, so this track is a dead beat. Flatline like coke, no razor blade. If you cut though, call me the ace of spades. You couldn't walk a mile up in my shoes. They too big like LeBron up in high school. That boy fire brighter than a lighthouse. I go to any arena and treat it like it's my house. That mean home court advantage like everywhere. Flow like gym shoes, I got every pair. My girl got a girlfriend and she love to share. She like for me to choke her, spank her, then pull her hair. I deserve a $6 million contract cause I spit crack. Watch the city catch a contact. Police in my business trying to see who in my contact. Niggas hating on me, I can't see without the contacts. I just want the cheddar, 3 cheese pizza. Shorty say she don't like me and me neither. Watch a nigga take over the real again. I can turn a stud chick into a girl again. No sweat, bones, fire like Teflon. Leave your chest gone like some fake breasts on. You could never win if you take the same loss. No slave man, bitch, I took my chains off. With who? With me, bitch, I'll fight back. Ever try to bite a pit bull? Watch it bite back. If you try to think for yourself, they don't like that. They rather you become a savage up in Chirac and possibly get whacked. But me, I'ma get paid, cause I spit bars super sharp like a switchblade. About to shit on these rappers, first I got a bar. Rap game drowning, call me the lifeguard. No obligation, this is my conversation. All whack rappers should be incarcerated. It's showtime, call me the best act. If you want war, then wait for the next track. Or run it back. Shout out. Hey, shout out Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, man.
What it do? What will we do? What will we do? Now, we here to cool. Take it. This our cool Friday evening. But like I said, we be cool even while we taking care of business. So taking care of business is a mandatory for us. It seems like they don't understand it. They don't understand it. You got to hit them with the tie roller. They don't listen, folks. Miss Brenda Atkins, they don't listen, folks. Tiffany Collins, they don't listen. Marvelous, they don't listen, folks. Patter, they don't listen, folks. Angel, they don't listen, folks. Rob, they don't listen, folks. Cutie B, Chosen them don't listen, folks. Big Birds, they don't listen, folks. Grey Goose, Tasha Brooks, L.A. Green, they don't listen, folks. But they gotta get the caramel up out their ear. They don't got wax in their shit, they got caramel. Y'all know how thick caramel is. They'll never be able to hear. What's good with it, everybody? What's good? Your boy Chosen up to his old tricks again. See, I said this before, and I meant it, so I'm gonna say it again. Because I really believe it's the truth. When you think you slick, especially when you're trying to be slick in a deceitful way, you lose every time. Now, tonight we're gonna see how long, well, we're gonna see a plot of scheming that Chosen put into play some time ago. And all it's gonna show is more facts. See, our fact book add up. Seem like daily. That's what it seemed like. Our fact book adds up daily. Why do our books and our receipts add up daily? What's the cause and what's the reason for that? I mean, we all know we over here working hard. We know that. But what's the reason that our fact book is like real? Everything we present, is real. It's real. And if we say something, we try to, well, we do. Not just because, it's there, but because You know, it's the only thing to do in this situation. In this situation, you can't just say something and not prove it, basically. You can't. And that alone shows you how serious the situation is. And we're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it for a while. Y'all know when it comes to these people, we don't have nothing but time. Nothing but time. But yeah, this guy is up to his old tricks. And we caught him. And, and like I said, the way we caught him, the way we caught him is the way we've been basically getting all our information. Just it seemed like it's just dropped right in front of us. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like the information dropped directly in front of us. But we got to be thankful, and we got to, you know, get a clear understanding due to the fact that we able to recognize it. Because look how much that have went past us, that was shown to us, presented to us, told to us. Look how much went past us in a short period of time. And we believe so much. We believe all of that plus more. We believe all of that plus more. So, because we believe all of that plus more, we was duped in. We was duped in. We was duped in by a strategic plan, plot, script, cover-ups, all of that. How you doing, T Foxy? How you doing, Mama Justice? Peace for show. We was duped in by all of that, Tiffany Collins. Yes, we were. But y'all know how we do. We go in, and when we knock at the door, one thing about the real Justice League over here, this what they better know, and they better know it for real. When we knock at the door, we ain't leaving unless we get answers. Don't y'all think we already proved that? We proved that, didn't we, y'all? If we come knocking, we're not leaving until we get answers. That's why we need some of these YouTubers and that's doing all this ramping and raving. We need for them to get up off of their ass and do something real on the streets. Because if I was a YouTuber from somewhere else, I wouldn't mind going there if I'm involved in something from there that deep. I'm talking to the ones that just playing around. That's who I'm talking to. I have never seen a bunch of grown men supposedly be. You know, first of all, while we're on the topic, we're gonna get back to the main topic we here, but let's just, since we're on the topic of grown men, when you got a guy that's all over YouTube, that's known, gotta be known. Well, one place we know he's known at his local police department as being a woman beater. We know that. And we know that for a fact. I mean, don't get mad at us. We didn't beat the women. We didn't make you beat the women. We didn't make you go out and catch domestic. charges on women. But check this out. I don't understand what type of women these guys messing with where the women is allowing to beat on. If a man beat on you, first of all, if he making you think he's about to beat on you, you should do something. But if he put his hands on you, then you got every right to do something. And that's something that I suggest you should do. Break that motherfucker down. And it's sad to say, in some cases, you may even have to kill the motherfucker. Because if a motherfucker let a woman get to him that bad where he got to beat her, then he has mental issues. And that's even more reason you shouldn't be around him. So if you know a man, look, let me tell you guys something that beat on women tonight. Let me tell you something. When you at home beating on your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and then you jump on YouTube talking tough to some guys that you know is nowhere near you, how do you think that woman in the household is standing back in the cut looking at you? Probably with that gun or that knife in her hand, waiting on your ass to pull it one more time. Sisters, don't let no motherfucker put their hands on you. I don't care what the situation is. How can a motherfucker walk down the street side by side with you and you got a black eye there and he holding your hand telling you he love you? Or you got some broken ribs? Or your head cracked? Or your arm broke or some shit? Man, that motherfucker put his hands on y'all. Man, take care of your business. What you gonna do? Wait till the police get there? Do what you gotta do. Make your track record of this motherfucker. Make you a couple of police reports, then take care of your business. And let them know you made a police report. Because the second you let him know you made that police report, if he got an ounce of common sense, he ought to know that the next step, you're gonna kill his ass or bring him close to it. Shit, why not? He put his hands on you. When it was just easy for him to walk away or go cool off or just leave the situation entirely, that's easy. But when you got a guy that's been locked up for this more than once, how in the hell can he get on YouTube talking tough to some men that's nowhere near him and he don't even know? What is he doing? What is he here for? Why did he come? Where did he come from? What did he do? Look on YouTube and see some real niggas and said, man, I want to go at these boys. What's the problem? See, these guys, some of these guys say real. You hear them say it all the time. Real recognize real. So if that's the case, then what's the problem? No, I'm seriously asking these guys, what is the problem? They don't know. They'll never know. Just as well, like I said, they'll never tell the truth. It's not in their script. And we all know we went through the reason for the secrecy. Y'all remember the how they put it out there, the covering up of the mouth, and those were code signs for them. And I'm gonna let y'all know something. Just as well as Teresa and them and the rest of them was putting up pictures and videos of them covering their mouth as a code sign, that was just as well as Chosen King coming out saying all that stuff he was saying about the Masonics and they code signs. It's the same stuff. We weren't catching none of this in the beginning. But when we sit back and we get a clear, not a distorted view, because for the past 6 to 7 months, we have been getting a distorted view of everything. Everything that's been thrown has been distorted, from the information to the video footage on down to everything. Even the people involved in this is distorted. Even the people, they distorted too. The people is distorted. They do not have a truthful bone in their body. I keep telling y'all, revealing the truth was not written in the script. It was not. Revealing the truth is not written in the script. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove it, that these people have been moving deceitful for quite some time right now. Just give me a second. Y'all know how YouTube do when we try to do what we do. See, we ain't gonna sit over here and talking no bunch of we ain't finna sit over here and talking a bunch of code names. Nah, we ain't finna do all that. We ain't finna use all that. We ain't finna talk in code. Cause it is what it is. They didn't have no respect for us when they moved in on us. Y'all, these people swarmed in on us. They swarmed in on us. That's what they did. They swarmed in on us. They didn't come to us and say, man, y'all want to be involved in this? Hey, no, they did. But instead, what they did was force that stuff up on us. They forced it upon us. They ain't come and ask. They ain't come to say, Rob, do you want to be involved in this? DeMarco, you want to be involved in this? Lemon, T Foxy, City Girl, Too Blessed to Be Stressed. Do y'all want to come to us and ask? Even though we wouldn't have, I'm just saying how they forced all this nonsense up on us. That's what they did. They forced it up on us. But I'm telling y'all, this dude, Chosen King, Nevius Bivens, and we all know the rest. We know the reason we know the rest is because that all the work we've been doing, and not just that, because melanin has came in forth and told us. And notice this: you don't hear too many YouTubers that name they. I mean, proving that this girl is lying would be the only thing I would be doing on YouTube if I was them. It's acting like it's trying to come back up, but hold on. Let's see what to do. Still no sound. Can't. I don't know, y'all. They keep. We got sound. That's crazy. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all. They playing their old Friday night games while we trying to do our Friday night thing. That's crazy. That's crazy. But they must have knew what was about to happen some way somehow. But El Bonnie, if you got that link, if you got the directions to chosen old safe house, can you drop it in the link? El Bonnie, if you got that to that directions to chosen king old safe house that he built back in October, can you please drop it in the link if you can hear me? El Bonnie, if you can hear me, for some reason, YouTube wanna do what they doing. But El Bonnie, if you can hear me, if you can hear me, El Bonnie, drop the directions to chosen safe house in the chat, please. And what I mean by El Bonnie dropping the directions to the safe house, y'all. When I what I mean by El Bonnie dropping the directions to the safe house, El Bonnie, if you can hit well, okay, it look like we back, y'all. Now, El Bonnie, since they tripping on my end, can you please drop those directions to Chosen King safe house in the chat? And what I mean by his safe house, y'all, I mean this is a page Chosen created all the way back in October. He made this page all the way back in October. So El Bonnie, if you would please do the pleasure. And y'all, this is just more proof of when he was getting ready to do all the nonsense. When he had, I'm not talking about what he came, the nonsense he came out the gate in. I'm talking about what he's doing now. And El Bonnie, can one more thing? Can you please copy and paste the name of the page in the chat? So let's show everybody the slick name. He's so slick. He created a YouTube page with some of the same videos. His voice under it's funny, y'all, under an Italian name. So Bonnie, if you could do the pleasures, can you please drop the name of that page? If you can copy and paste that name of the page in the chat. And she's dropping the link, y'all. And like I said, we already know what's understood need not to be said. We know how we do. We ain't letting these people breathe. And I really feel like this. They shouldn't be on YouTube if they ain't finna tell no truth. They don't deserve what they on YouTube for. Man, we ain't going for that. So there's the name. Vizio Lotito. Vizio Lotito. This is the name that he's going by. Right now, it look like the page is under construction. What I mean by under construction, it look like YouTube struck it or something, or something going on. So we're gonna give them a helping hand. We're gonna pay that page a visit. Like I said, since they can't tell the truth, they don't need to be on YouTube. It's just plain and simple. I mean, for them, because they don't understand. So since they don't want to bring no truth to none of us, and we had to pry it, basically, not out of melanin, but we had to pry our way to it. So since it had to be that way, and the reason for that is because of these people we up against, they do not deserve to be on YouTube. No shape, form, or fashion. Let's remove this fraudulent information. Let's remove it. This as well as the way we're trying to remove them. That go hand in hand. We remove them, we remove their information. And it's not even information. We remove them, we remove their lies. That's how we do that. That's how we're gonna do that. We remove them, we get rid of their lies. But you know, like I was saying before, YouTube rudely interrupted us. Before we were rudely interrupted by YouTube. We were rudely interrupted by YouTube. I was telling the sisters when it come down to a man putting their hands on you, don't stand for it. Don't go for it. Shit, don't even let the motherfucker holler at you. Who the hell is he? You ain't no fucking kid. Shit, in most of the cases, the motherfuckers that's doing the hollering, the motherfuckers need to be yelled at. And then motherfucker try to go so far to put his hands on you. Don't stand for that shit. Don't stand for it. But yeah, that information that El Bonnie put in the chat, that's a hidden page that Chosen created way back in October, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get that page. Now, again, we do not grab our information out of the thin air. If it's out there and we get a hold to it, we're gonna present it. Especially if it's the truth. And what we just saw right there, we know is the truth. But it just went into further details stirring from something we were speaking on earlier today. Excuse me. We were talking about this man taking 4 lives for a measly $800. Y'all imagine, like to now, how far $800 will get you. $800 won't even get you off the block. But he took 4 lives for it. Four of them. 4 lives for $800. Then the fool was so damn stupid, one of the victims didn't die and identified his ass. That's why they finna cook him now, like a stray dog that's about to be put down. That's why he's like a straight dog that's about to be put down. But do you see Chosen going to get justice for that? Hell no. I tell you what he gonna get while he on YouTube. That dude trying to get him some money. Based off what? Based off lies. Based off scamming. I heard P. Rico said in my earlier live. What he's doing is trying to get famous off the K4J. Look, he was trying to get famous off the K4J even while he was speaking against it. Ain't that crazy, y'all? So we ask ourselves this question. How can a person get paid off something by speaking against it? Easy. He did it. If you want instructions on how to get paid off something by speaking against it, listen to him. He's going to explain to you well. He showed us all how to get paid off something by speaking, at least act like you're speaking against it. That's what he showed us. Him and Teresa. Teresa did it too. Zach did it too. Look, do y'all recall a supposedly be murder taking place and the people involved, have we ever seen anything where that happens and then the people involved become overnight celebrities on social media? Tell me what planet that happened on, because the show took place on Earth. The show took place where we at. That's what happened. What happened was these people, what they showed us, a supposedly been crime taking place, the way they wanted us to think it took place, which we know it happened totally different. And we know different things happen, not what they said happened. And everybody involved becomes social media celebrities based on this crime. And then on top of that, do y'all recall when Monifa and Irene were trying to sell their Instagram pages? Some people may say, well, why would they do that? Because after the Crown Plaza thing happened, they became popular. Their social media pages took flight to a level that they would have never gotten to if it wasn't for the Crown Plaza thing. So what they decided to do, they decided to sell them. And they could have. Especially somebody that's heavily into that. They could have sold as much as attention they were getting from this situation. They could have sold their social media pages to a big company, a up and coming company, just for the traffic, for the attention. It would have been good promotion. It would have been a stage already set. Listen what I'm saying, y'all. If they would have sold their social media pages such as Instagram, then somebody would have purchased it. That platform would have already been set for them to do whatever they wanted to do because there was thousands of people over there. Trust me when I say thousand, it had to be. I don't even know the number, but I can only imagine. I can only imagine what the number was, how many followers they got, just based off that. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Just based off that. The dude always spoke of this Masonic stuff. Why? Why did he always speak of this stuff? Did he know something we ain't know? Hell yeah, he did. Let's see what the old fool up, the young fool up to now.
Yo. First off, I just want to start off by saying this before I present this. Why so many people want me locked up so bad? Don't you know that it's millions of people who believe also that Miss Martin is guilty? No. First off, I just want to start off by saying this before I present this. Why so many people want me locked up so bad? Don't you know that it's millions of people who believe also that Miss Martin is guilty? No. First off, I just want to start off by saying this before I present this. Why so many people want me locked up so bad? Don't you know that it's millions of people who believe also that Miss Martin is guilty? No. First off, I just want to start off by saying this before I present this. Why so many people want me locked up so bad? Don't you know that it's millions of people who believe also that Miss Martin is guilty? Allegedly. And you don't have a prison or a jail that can hold the millions of people who believe the same way. Okay? So if you lock me up, somebody gonna rise up right behind me anyway. They're gonna be a chosen king or chosen queen. They're gonna finish up what I started. But what I'm about to present to y'all is how these or chosen queen, they're gonna finish up what I started the same way. Okay? So if you lock me up, somebody gonna rise up right behind me anyway. They're gonna be a chosen king or chosen queen. They're gonna finish up what I started. Okay? So if you lock me up, somebody gonna rise up right behind me anyway. They're gonna be a chosen king or chosen queen. They're gonna finish up what I started. Okay? So if you lock me up, somebody gonna rise up right behind me anyway. They're gonna be a chosen king or chosen queen. They're gonna finish up what I started. Okay? So if you lock me up, somebody gonna rise up right behind me anyway. They're gonna be a chosen king or chosen queen. They're gonna finish up what I started. But what I'm about to present to y'all is how these freezer picks align up directly with the Masonic ties. And I'm gonna break it down to you. How it lines up directly with the Masonic ties and how I told y'all from the beginning that this was a hit. And the freezer, Antonia's body in the freezer was put in a particular position to give signs to other Masons across the world. I told y'all they communicate through signs. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. And but before we roll that beautiful beam footage, I got a question to ask real quick. First off, what happened to her? What happened to this girl, man? You know, shadows in the kitchen, y'all, shadows. Why hasn't she come forth and provided any other information since? I've been trying to explain to y'all, man. I've been trying to explain to y'all, man. Information since. Other and any other forth and provided any other information. Why hasn't she come forth and provided any other information since? Why hasn't she come forth and provided any other information since? Why hasn't she come forth and provided any other information since? I've been trying to explain to y'all, man. These people were put into play. These people were put into play to do certain things at certain times. But it didn't work. It didn't work. And okay, just answer this question. Where has she been since she did that? What has girl been? My point exactly. Why she ain't said nothing? Exactly. Where has this person been? Y'all remember her? In the beginning, straight out the gate, trying to get everybody to think one thing. Yep. One thing. Y'all remember her? In the beginning, straight out the gate, trying to get everybody to think one thing. Y'all remember her? In the beginning, straight out the gate, trying to get everybody to think one thing. Y'all remember her? In the beginning, straight out the gate, trying to get everybody to think one thing. Y'all remember her? In the beginning, straight out the gate, trying to get everybody to think one thing. Y'all remember her? In the beginning, straight out the gate, trying to get everybody to think one thing. Yep. Why ain't everybody try to get her locked up, huh? Oh no, but lock up Chosen. Don't lock up this person right here who's just lying to everybody. Got her about 40,000 subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? Subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? Lying to everybody. Got her about 40,000 subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? Lying to everybody. Got her about 40,000 subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? Lying to everybody. Got her about 40,000 subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? Who's just lying to everybody. Got her about 40,000 subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? Who's just lying to everybody. Got her about 40,000 subscribers and she dipped out. What happened to them, huh? What happened to them folks? Where they at? Where did they run to? Where they run to? They got up out of here. They see that they tricking didn't work. Okay? That they tricking didn't work. Where they run to? They got up out of here. They see that they tricking didn't work. They got up out of here. They see that they tricking didn't work. Tricking didn't work. Tricking didn't work. Tricking didn't work. Okay? Now, let's go here. Now, this is a lady who's becoming a female Mason. Okay? I want y'all to listen real close because they're going to get to a certain part in this video that's really going to describe why the body in the freezer was placed in the position that it was placed in.
After joining the Freemasons 7 years ago, today optician Roshni Patel will have a ceremony to mark her reaching the rank of a Master Mason.
I actually don't know what happens. I don't know what will happen. I know the beginning of the ceremony, obviously the ending of the ceremony, but as to me being put in the chair, I don't know. That's a secret. It's a mystery.
Despite opening the doors to our cameras, they're not letting us film everything. The Order of Women Freemasons have not allowed us to film inside Roshni's ceremony in the temple.
And notice how y'all will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose the purple hearts. Notice how y'all will see that purplish color
in the temple.
And notice how y'all will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
In the temple.
And notice how y'all will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all
in the temple.
And notice how y'all will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all. You will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all that. You will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all. You will see that purplish color, how you will see that purplish color. This is why they chose the purple hearts. This is why they chose those color panties and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
This is our grand temple.
Tonight, where there's obviously a ceremony that's going on that we can't get access to, tell us why you wouldn't want us to see.
Because you haven't earned it. Roshni has gone through all these offices, all the way through the chair. She's learnt pieces of ritual. She's worked hard. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve.
I'm going to tell you another thing. So I ain't scared of these demons, man.
Through the chair, she's learnt pieces of ritual. She's worked hard. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve. Because you haven't earned it. Roshni's offices all the way through the chair. She's learnt pieces of ritual. She's worked hard. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve. She must have been working for 5 or 6 years to achieve.
I'm going to tell you another thing. So I ain't scared of these demons, man. I don't care. They could put all kind of Masonic rhinestones across their chest. Man, listen, man, you can wear the biggest Mason hat. I don't care, man. I'm not scared of these blood sippers, man. These ritualistic people, man. I ain't scared. I don't care, man. I'm not scared of these blood sippers, man. These ritualistic people, man. I don't care, man. I'm not scared of these blood sippers, man. These ritualistic people, man. I don't care, man. I'm not scared of these blood sippers, man. These ritualistic people, man. I ain't scared of all these people, man. They ain't nothing to me. I know they connected throughout the world, but you ain't mightier than God, man. You're nothing to me.
The installation into this chair, and her reward for that is to be given a beautiful ceremony. So Roshni will be sitting.
You see the checkered floor, the duality, black and white checkered floor, purple, the purple scenery, all that, you know what I'm saying?
In this chair down here at the moment before she gets.
The purple scenery, all that, you know what I'm saying? The purple scenery, all that, you know what I'm saying? The purple scenery, all that, you know what I'm saying? The purple scenery, all that, you know what I'm saying?
Chair down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair.
What does one need to do to prove them?
Up into that chair.
What does one need to do to prove them?
Up into that chair.
What does one need to do to
before she gets to progress up into that chair?
What does
down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress up into that chair. What does down here at the moment before she gets to progress? up into that chair.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited. Learned by heart and recited. Play. And it's all learned by heart. Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited. So you have to learn your part in it and do it well. Come to every meeting.
You see how we're about to get to the part that I'm talking about, y'all. It's going to get ready to come up, but you see how they try to make it sound so riveting and exciting.
You have to learn your part in it and do it well. And it's all learned by heart. Each degree is like a little play. Each degree is like a little into that chair.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited.
What does one need to do to prove themselves?
Each degree is like a little play, and it's all learned by heart and recited. So you have to learn your part in it and do it well. Come to every meeting.
You see how we're about to get to the part that I'm talking about, y'all. It's going to get ready to come up, but you see how they try to make it sound so riveting and exciting. Just a fun club to be a part of. Man, listen, man, I don't want, man, listen, man. Listen, man, you blood sipper you. You blood sipper you. Listen, man, you blood sipper you. You blood sipper you. Listen, man, you blood sipper you. You blood sipper you. Listen, man, you blood sipper you. You blood sipper you. Listen, man, you blood sipper you. You blood sipper you. Listen, man, you blood sipper you. You blood sipper you. I can see the blood stains on your teeth.
Be there and be part of the team and do your part. And if you're good, then you get moved on to the next step up. In the lodge that's meeting tonight, they will have a first degree, a second degree, and a third degree, and a ceremony of installation. So that's 4 rituals. And then you can go on to other degrees, 33 in all.
And if you watch this whole video, I'm gonna try to put the link in the description. They're not gonna show you the parts where they drink the blood and they do the chants and all that. They cut all that out. They even say that they can't film that part. Man, but we about to get to the good part. It's finna get good. They can't film that part. 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 And all that they cut all that out. They even say that they can't. Try to put the link in the description. They're not going to show you the parts where they drink the blood and they do the chants and all that. They cut all that out. They even say not going to show you the parts where they drink the blood and they do the chants and all that. They cut all that out. They even say that they can't film that part. Not going to show you the parts where they drink the blood and they do the chants and all that. They cut all that out. They even say that they can't film that part. Man, but we about to get to the good part. It's finna get good.
Very top. Yeah.
At the Honourable Fraternity of Ancient Freemasons, dear Lazaza Nikayla is about to pass on to another rank in the society called the second degree. Called the second degree. Called the second degree. Another rank in the society called the second degree. Lazaza Nikayla is about to pass on to another rank in the society called the second degree. Lazaza Nikayla is about to pass on to another rank in the society called the second degree. Lazaza Nikayla is about to pass on to another rank in the society called the second degree.
I'm feeling very happy. I feel confident. I am excited. I'm not nervous, I'm happy. You'll be hearing the questions and answers shortly. Now, that I would say is the most secret thing.
Look at her, man. And we're about to get to it. They're about to come up with the questions in a second. But how many pints of blood do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? Do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? How many pints of blood do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? How many pints of blood do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? How many pints of blood do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? Again. But how many pints of blood do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? Again. But how many pints of blood do you think this woman done drunk in her lifetime, man? He just all giggity, 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 giggity. But the question's about to come up, though. That's what's really gonna giggity, 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 giggity. But the giggity, 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 giggity. 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 But the question's about to come up, though. That's what's really going to expose what we're talking about here.
That happens in our fraternity, brethren.
But we're not allowed to see everything. We've got strict instructions on what we can and can't film.
Let's just make it open the lodge.
Dear Lazaza is being asked a series of questions. Each answer provides an insight into this secret organization.
Where were you first prepared?
All right, here we go, y'all. This is the part I'm talking about. Listen to how these questions are answered, and you will get a vivid picture of how they were sending a sign with the way that they position Antonia's body in that freezer. Okay?
Prepared to be a Freemason.
Okay?
Prepared to be.
With the way that they position Antonia's body in that freezer, or how they were sending a sign with the way I'm talking about. Listen to how these questions are answered, and you will get a vivid picture of how they were sending a sign with the way that they position Antonia's body in that freezer. These questions are answered, and you will get a vivid picture of how they were sending a sign with the way that they position Antonia's body in that freezer. I'm talking about. Listen to how these questions are answered, and you will get a vivid picture of how they were sending a sign with the way that they position Antonia's body in that freezer. I'm talking about. Listen to how these questions are answered, and you will get a vivid picture of how they were sending a sign with the way that they position Antonia's body in that freezer. Okay?
Prepared to be a Freemason. In my heart. Where next? An inconvenient room, adjoining the lodge. Describe the mode of your preparation. Eyes divested, all monies and the valuables. My right arm, left breast, and knee made bare.
Okay, my right arm, left breast, and knee made bare. Now, the breasts were revealed in the freezer, but everybody was wondering why the knee was in the air like that, why the knee was up, and why that arm was in the position that it was in. It's the arm, breast, knee. That was sending the signal to the Masons.
My right leg slip short.
My right heel slip short. Right heel revealed. Did you see the right shoe off? Yes, we did.
And the cable toe and the running loose upon my neck.
The cable toe, a running noose around my neck. It was a young lady who made a video where she put filters or took off some of the layers of the freezer pick, and she said you could distinctly see a chain around the neck of the person in the freezer. Neck of the person, a chain around it, and she said you could distinct filters or took off some of the layers around my neck. It was a young lady who made a video where she put filters or took off some of the layers of the freezer pick, and she said you could distinctly see a chain around the neck of the person in the freezer. It was a young lady who made a video where she put filters or took off some of the layers of the freezer pick, and she said you could distinctly see a chain around the neck of the person in the freezer. It was a young lady who made a video where she put filters or took off some of the layers of the freezer pick, and she said you could distinctly see a chain around the neck of the person in the freezer, of Antonia in the freezer. And I got to go find her video because I wanted to present that to y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. That's why they had the neck in the certain positions that they did. Now, present that to y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. That's why they had, I got to go find her video because I wanted to present that to y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. That's why I got to go find her video because I wanted to present that to y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. That's, I got to go find her video because I wanted to present that to y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. I got to go find her video because I wanted to present that to y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. That's what y'all, man. How she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. She broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. The chain links around the neck. That's the chain links around the neck. That's what she broke, man. You can see it, the chain links around the neck. The chain links around the neck. That's the chain links around the neck. That's why they had the neck in the certain positions that they did. Now, if we go back and we listen to all she just said, we see that it was symbolized. It was symbolization to these bloodsuckers right here, man. She probably drank her blood through a straw too. Look at her. You all fancy with it, huh? Just, yeah, man. She probably drank her blood through a straw too. Look at her. You all fancy with it, huh? Just can't drink out of the tin can cup. You got to drink through a straw.
Yeah, Freemason.
Probably drank her blood through a straw too. Look at her. You all fancy with it, huh? Just can't drink out of the tin can cup. You got to drink through a straw.
Yeah.
With it, huh? Just can't drink out of the tin can cup. You got to drink through a straw. Just can't drink out of the tin can cup. You got to drink through a straw. Just can't drink out of the tin can cup. You got to drink through a straw.
Yeah, Freemason. In my heart, where next? And then going into whom? A journey de large. Describe the mode of your preparation. I divested all monies and the all valuables. My right arm left the breast and knee made bare. My right leg slipped short, and the cable too, and the rhino loose upon my neck.
Is that what happens in the initiation?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's go to the pics. That's why the arm is up right there. All right. That's why the knee is up like it's up. That's why the heel is like it is. That's why the breast is like it is. It was all signs. It was all signs. That's why that knee is up. The arm is out. The arm is bowed out. The knee is bowed out. And somebody, whoever the young lady is who did that video about the cable, where she showed the cable around the neck, man, this all was by design, man. Sending a sign to the Masonic people, dog. They live by code, man. They live by code. They live by signs. I told y'all that a long time ago on the Chosen King channel, man. And they live by code. They live by signs. I told y'all that a long time ago on the Chosen King channel, man. People, dog. They live by code, man. They live by code. They live by signs. I told y'all that a long time ago on the Chosen. They live by code, man. They live by code. They live by signs. I told y'all that a long time ago on the. They live by code, man. They live by code. They live by signs. I told y'all that a long time ago on the Chosen King channel, man. They live by code, man. They live by code. They live by signs. I told y'all that a long time ago on the Chosen King channel, man. And before we end that, I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? Real Kenny. And before we end that, I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? I'm gonna just say this. Would a real Kenny please stand up? Real Kenny. Kenny, please stand up. I end with that. We got more coming. Yo.
You know, from the looks of it, it seems as though if the Masons was pushing that in that fashion, he was doing a hell of a job of helping them push it. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like he was helping them. He was doing his part in that play, like the lady said. It's like a play that you have to learn your part. You have to learn it from within your heart. Man, get your ass out of here. I'm telling you. That dude knew a lot. It's the same. We heard P. Rico earlier when he told him he's trying to get famous off of this situation. And so if that was the case, I mean, not talking about him trying to get famous, because we know that. I'm talking about, like, if we just be honest with ourselves, we know that he was the only one that was coming out on YouTube saying any of the things that he was saying. He was the only one. I'm telling y'all, it was done strategically. Ain't no other explanation for it. Ain't no other explanation for him coming out the way he did. I mean, look at what he's doing now. We know ain't no way in the hell he could have put something like that together himself. We just heard what the lady said in there. So why did he play that stuff? Why he was so adamant on guiding us to this Masonic stuff? When he first just came out and said the mother and the sister done it. How did he land over here, then over here? And I'm telling y'all, like earlier, this guy have placed so many people in the hotel. Everybody but his, and y'all see how did that turn out? After this guy placed all these people in the hotel fraudulently, and then what happened at the end? A woman that we have spoken to comes along, and not only do she place herself there, she placed him there also, right with her. In fact, she said they were standing side by side. She looked them in the face. And look, she said that the clue she was trying to give, well, not a clue, but she said, you know, it was a reason she had touched on that part by saying she saw him in the parking lot. And y'all already know, as long as you saw him. So we was happy to hear that, but we also had to, come on, we weren't just gonna run with that. Okay, you say you saw him, then, you know, we basically bagged up for like couple weeks. And then she came forth with the information she came forth with. And that was all good. That was some medicine for our ass. For real, we needed that. We needed that information. The reason why I said it was medicine, because, man, what they did to us was a disease. What they did to us was a disease. That's what they did to us. They planted a disease on us. It had to be a disease. It was something. Look at the way it had us acting. It had us out here. Wow. It had us out here running wild. But that's a thing of the past, though. We ain't out here running wild. And if we do decide to run wild, it's going to be running wild on them. Running wild as far as exposing them. Not running wild in the midst of them. No. We'll never be back in the midst of them. No, we can't. Excuse me. I know we can't and I know we're not. This I know for a fact. Due to what they have done. Who would? Who would? Nobody. And that's crazy. Y'all see that page while El Bonnie was dropping that link. Y'all, he created this page. It shows the date on there. We all know about YouTube. Now you can go to the about option and hit, and it tell you a little bit of something about. Y'all, he look at the and notice this. This is another thing. When y'all go to that page, look who's the only related page on the right hand side. Look who's the only related page to that page. Y'all want to know who? It's the SSU reunion. So check this out. If the SSU reunion is the only page, YouTube's short, you can clearly see it when you go to that page. YouTube shows that SSU reunion is the only page that's related to that page. And what does that do? What that does is force us to ask this question. If you're moving in the direction towards truth and you're sincere about it, why is you doing all this? Why is you making all these pages? If you're not in this for the money, what's the reason for all these pages? Let you tell it when we was over there rocking with you. Let you tell it. Other YouTubers that was doing that, they was bogus. So what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna tell y'all what he was doing. What he's doing. What he's doing is the exact same thing that he had us into it with other YouTubers about. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. And then October, here it is, October the 17th. You can clearly see from the views and everything that the page was tucked off. What are you gonna say? That ain't him? I know for a fact 100% that oh wow, it's crazy. I know for a fact 100% it's him. And how do I know that 100% fact? It's because of him. Can't get right like he do everything else. He fucks everything up. He fucked up the operation they had going on, and we exposed it. That's what he did. He fucks up everything. He fucked it up where he can't go back to his real mom's house. He fucked it up. Y'all heard Kalandra said when she said she talked to the real mom and the real mom told her, I don't got no problem with talking to him over the phone, but he's never welcome back in my house. Imagine if somebody say that about you. Imagine if you know somebody and their mother said that about them. Man, you can only imagine there may be some things that you know about, like in this situation, we know based on what Kalandra said, about the TV and the Lama readers. But for the mother to say the only dealing she want with this motherfucker is over the phone. Over the phone. What are you gonna say? Kalandra was lying on his mother? No, Kalandra didn't move your mother in her house. Nor did your mother move Kalandra in her house. Kalandra moves you in her house. And she only told us what you told her and what she seen for herself and what your mother told her. What's she supposed to take your word over the person you stole their TV? Over the person TV got stolen? Calandra's supposed to take your word, Charles? Especially after you practically just stole the phones that she brought. You left the base. Come on, y'all. This dude left the base of the phones and took the phones. We're talking about home phones, not cell phones. House phones. He left it was two of them. He left both of them. No, both of the bases of the phone and took the phones. What would he, if it was something he didn't want her to see, he could have just deleted the number. Could have deleted the whole phone. But he felt the need to take the entire fucking phone and leave the charger part. And leave the charger part. Now, how wild is that? So that's the type of stuff he needs to be over there on his lives talking about. Not Marco and Rob was here and this happened or that happened, or look at their cousin, look at their son, look at their daughter, and over here, and he was in prison and all this nonsense. Come on, man. What does anything he's showing has to do with why we're here? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And he knows that. So what's his next step? Is to go back to what he tried to tell everybody to stay the fuck out of. The footage. Not only do he go back to the footage, he's so thirsty. He went to J4K. Ain't that crazy, y'all? That's crazy. This dude is justice for Kanika all of a sudden. And I'm gonna tell y'all why he do that. The reason he do that is because he has no respect for the people he's listening to. He's just willing them in. See, all of us over here can tell y'all that because we've been through that. We've been through that. We was wheeled in and all that. So we got every right to tell y'all that's what's happening to y'all. And some of the people that's being wheeled in over there now was being wheeled in while we were over there. And what's sad is they don't have sense enough to know that all of these people, they didn't just leave one by one. If y'all notice, basically, to be honest, we all didn't just break it out one by one. When we broke it out, we broke the fuck out. We're no use to sitting around playing around, not knowing what we knew. Hell no. I'm telling y'all, we found out that dude photoshopped them pictures, man. That shit, man, Rob, man, that shit threw us for a loop. Cause when he done that, I'm gonna tell y'all how we really looked at that. When Chosen had photoshopped, and this what I'm finna say, it's finna prove that he's doing nothing but lying on YouTube. Now, when Chosen photoshopped G picture and all the other photoshops he did, when he done that, what he was telling me and Rob, I don't give a fuck of what type of footwork or how serious y'all is about some shit that's supposed to happen in y'all city. I'm finna come out with some fraudulent shit so I can get this money from Patreon. Do that sound about right to y'all? Let me know. Let me know if that sound right. Do that sound about right? Because look what he did. He was basically telling me, Rob, I don't give a fuck what y'all out there doing and think y'all assisting me in. I gotta get this money from Patreon. That's a fact because y'all, how many times he have told us he's leaving YouTube to go to Patreon. And the reason he was saying that because he know the people that was rolling with him 100% was gonna come to Patreon regardless. Especially, look, y'all, we didn't have no problem with going to Patreon because we thought we were getting the truth. So that fact right there alone is sort of was edged us on to go over there. Simply because we thought we were getting the truth. Did we get it? Yeah. 30 days after we separated from his ass, that's when we got it. Not while we was with him. Because when we was with that motherfucker, we was, man, shit. Talk about discombobulated. We was discombobulated. It ain't even a word, but that's what the fuck we was. We was beyond discombobulated. Dude had said, well. And just imagine a motherfucker running game on you. Man, so, I mean, everybody have got, at some point of time in their life. Because, growing up, you don't know everything. And there's people that be already here that know what we don't know. And a lot of things. So, just imagine being somebody running game on you. But the way they did, look at the game they ran on us. Look at what they did. Man, these people ran straight game. And then get paid up off of it. Well, what was so funny about him is that all he did was talked about, and I'm going to tell y'all, he stole that 300 UCAD. That $300 UCAD, he took that. Who else would have took that? He had full access to it. He wanted us to believe that somebody hacked a fucking $300 UCAD. No, what probably happened was that he needed video game money. He wanted us to think somebody hacked a $300 UCAD. That's what he wanted us to believe. And it's crazy, y'all. $300 UCAD. And then if y'all notice at the same time, Miss Barbara was saying, I was telling y'all I didn't need no UCAD, no fundraiser because I didn't want people to start looking at me like Teresa. But I bet you this, when we told her we had that UCAD up and going, she didn't say stop it. Not one time did she say stop it. Because at that point, if she would have, we would have. It's either we would have or we'd have made the move towards doing that, and something or someone would have tried to prevent us from doing it, which would have been possibly Chosen King, and that would have forced me and Rob to slice his ass. For real. It'd have forced us to look at him like, fuck you mean? If we supposed to be assisting a lady, and she say, don't do it, but here it is, you over here saying do it. What makes you feel comfortable enough to tell us don't do it? I'm talking about at that time when we thought we were sincerely helping the lady. Man, if y'all pay attention, when we thought we was really, really helping this barber, we couldn't tell us shit. You couldn't tell us shit. And that right there alone lets you know that. And I know people gonna say, "Damn, how you get that analogy from this, DeMarco?" But look, the fact that we felt at that time when we was doing our thing and we was believing in Chosen and Miss Barbara, we felt that we were so much on point that nobody couldn't tell us shit. That's how we felt. I'm talking about a lot of us. I can't say all of us because I know just logical thinking. I know everybody didn't feel like that. And when I say I felt like we was the shit, could nobody tell us nothing. I'm saying that as far as finally getting the truth and no more lies. That's how we felt at that time. Like, yeah, we finally got the truth, and forget what these people saying. We got the mother of the girl that was really in the casket. This type of stuff we were saying, especially me and Rob, we stomping through our city saying this. We blowing people's minds. We done told y'all many a time that it's a lot of people in Chicago that don't really pay attention to that story. But they familiar with it. It's a lot that's familiar with it, and it's probably a few that's deep into it. But still, we were stomping through our city, telling people like, "Bam, this. No, this what really happened. Look, nah, hell no, don't fall for that shit. Look, this what they did." We was telling people that type of shit. Why were we doing it? Chosen King. I mean, we was there because this where we from, but I'm just saying, as far as receiving our information that we thought was valuable and real at that point. Oh, my God. Good water. Nothing better than some good old water. But yeah, so because we thought we was getting some real information, after going through thinking that we being lied to, could nobody tell us nothing? Because like I said, we felt like, man, these people lying, they playing games, and yeah, Chosen, the real mother now. Not only we believing in, what he's saying about Teresa, then all of a sudden the real mother land with him. It was all set up. The real mother didn't land nowhere else till after him. The real mother didn't land nowhere else before. I mean, she said she shot out a few emails, but whose stage she stood on? She stood on Apollo Chosen. She stood on Hollywood Chosen. She stood on Channel Chosen, on that stage, and did her performance. Y'all heard it. All you young girls, I'm telling, she talked to her daughter, something happened to her daughter. Telling young girls don't go for the guys that's doing this and that. She told her daughter, and all of a sudden she show up and can't find her. Wow. And then when we break this stuff down, like verbally, the way we do it now, it's like it's all it is just another form of revisiting everything, going back over. And at the same time, and another thing, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Now that we know what we know, and even just watching certain videos on YouTube, you see it different now. Am I right? It's things that we didn't see at first. when our vision was clouded, our thinking was clouded, we was being misdirected, you know, all that. Now that we know what we know, don't you feel different and you just know things that like, bam, like what I just said, you just see it all different. And in some cases, that'll make you watch more videos just to continue, you know, the investigation. And in some people, it makes them watch less. Like, man, I ain't watching this bullshit. Watching this shit. I already know what it is. And the people that's woke, you know, for real, they have every right to say that if they want to say, man, I ain't watching this bullshit. That's why y'all hear Rob all the time say, man, fuck that shit. We ain't going back to that shit. That shit was a distraction. Why do that? That's like self-torture. That's self-torture. Who in the hell want to torture themselves? But it's all right for us to revisit or more so say expose. It's a difference. And that's what we got to do. And that's what we're doing. But if it was left up to them, we'll be drowning in it. We'll be drowning in it. They had us drowning. Man, they had us. Man, we was down in the pits of it. Sleeping. We was living in the pits of it. And let's be honest, some of us, man, I can recall many, well, I was finna say I can recall many of days and nights just waking up, and that be the first, you know, one of the first things that jump on my mind. But it's not no more. What jumps on my mind now is exposing everything I can about it. Everything. This thing was no joke / a big joke. These people weren't playing, and at the same time, that's all they was doing was playing. And man, we look back on it, we'd be like, man, how in the hell did we, man, what in the hell did we fall for? Told y'all it's all right. It's all right. We know what's up. We know what's up. We know going down and everything beyond that. Y'all, because these people, man, they didn't, that whole thing was carefully orchestrated. And from knowing what I know now, I stand firmly on that. That whole entire thing was orchestrated. But notice the way the Chosen was trying to tell us to, you know, bring his theory of orchestration to each, you know, certain parts, basically to all the parts. We just watched the live earlier I did where he was saying how James Coleman walked in, picked up his money, and he pointed out the fact that James Coleman footage was so blurry that you couldn't even see the face, the eyes, or nothing. So, and then he even said out his mouth that it was extremely blurry. So if that was the case, how in the hell did he do it? He did it because he noticed something familiar about James Coleman's head, which is a dent. And he said, he was like, James Coleman, you can't hide that dent. Only 2% of people in the world got that dent in their head. I'm talking about, this is the stuff Chosen was saying. This is what he was saying. We ain't come out and say that stuff. At that time, a lot of us didn't know nothing about it, about what he was saying. So he brought it to us. This dude was telling us at that time, and just imagine when we all was rocking with him. This dude got in one day and told us, look, and showed it. He showed the man's face blurred out, bad. but he knew who it was. And even you know, when the girls and stuff was walking through the lobby, like I said, we went up in that boy, man. I can't see that place being empty like that. I don't give a fuck what time of day or night it is. I can't see it. I can't see the shit that they was doing, running all through that boy, coming from the side, and somebody breaking down and crying. Y'all heard Chosen. He narrated. He narrated it play by play. And then when he narrated it, he came off extremely accurate. It was like he was speaking. It was like watching them and you couldn't hear what they were saying, but he was telling you what they were saying. It was just like that because when you watch it, it makes sense. But he made sure to throw with the Rodney Stanton. Now that's one I just wanted to slap the shit out of myself about. Like, man, I know, fuck this motherfucker told us, motherfucker fucking snuck out the prison to go to the Crown Plaza to get down on some motherfuckers. That's what he told us. And man, Miss Barbara was the one saying, she all up on the interview talking about, I seen your RS. I seen your RS. You get your RS looking ass out there. You ain't seen nobody. You seen the same, you seen Melanin. That's who you seen. And I know you seen Melanin, you lying motherfucker, because she saw you. Melanin saw you, Miss Barbara. I don't know about you seeing no damn Rodney Stanton. Well, you probably did, but I know you ain't seen him at the Crown Plaza. You saw Melanin and Chosen and Teresa and Just 33 and Straight Drop, who you wanted us to believe lived on Poplar Street in Indiana. For some reason, you was trying to drill that shit in us. I'm steady telling the woman, we got, look, this is what they did, y'all. Miss Barbara was telling us, now I know for a fact that Straight Drop is from Poplar Street in Indiana. He even hangs with my nephew, Brandon. When we heard that, we're like, what the fuck is going on? That's why me and Rob. Because Chosen was still pushing like, yeah, y'all, we getting deep. Me and Rob sitting back like, man, what the fuck? And at the same time, I'm sitting back, she in my crib. I'm like, I'm asking her ass, like, why you watch Straight Drop so much? Here it is, this guy be on YouTube all day talking about you lying and your daughter ain't your daughter, and Teresa, he team Teresa. But you watch him damn near 24/7. What's up with that? Yeah, and then when she would talk about Antoinette, it was like this exact same thing over and over and over. It wouldn't be like no long, extensive, conversation about Antoinette. It'd be the same thing over and over. She was with this guy and our relationship wasn't, and when she was little, and there's something else I never understood what Miss Barbara used to say. Now we all knew about the mole in the middle of the forehead she was saying, but one thing she always said was something about, and I don't know this. Maybe, like I said, I don't know. Maybe if Miss Barbara used to say that she and was lucky for something about a peach on her head And she used to connect that with the Mo. I could never make that out. Like, damn, she used to say it a lot, like that peach on her head and the Mo, and she used to be like, she ought to be thankful for the Mo. I couldn't make that out. I used to be like, what the fuck is Miss Barbara talking about? And here's something else I could never make out with Miss Barbara. I think I spoke on this before. Miss Barbara used to always talk about, not one time did she ever say that Antonia was upset at her about Mario coming up dead. But what Miss Barbara used to always say, and each and every time, the shit used to fuck my head up, y'all. Listen to what I'm finna say. Miss Barbara used to say all the time to me that she and Ann relationship was messed up to the point where Ann had got a little older and Ann was upset at her about something that supposedly had took place during the time of her birth, during the time of Ann's birth. So, me at that point, I'm thinking like, damn, what could have happened that, Ann get a little bit older and then she learned something that's supposed to have happened during the time she was born, and it would upset her even into her adulthood. Y'all get where I'm coming from? And then Miss Barbara, and I'm telling y'all, God is my witness. She did it, and y'all just heard me say she talked about it quite a few times. But when she would talk about it, it was sort of like strategically. And when I say she talked about it strategically, what she would do, she would bring up the part about, this how she would say it. She would say, "It's not my fault. Ann was mad at me, but I used to always tell her that, when she was born, that's not my fault." What? Hold on, let me get it right because it's coming to me. I want to get it right because, like I said, it used to mess my head up. She used to be like, um, I used to tell Ann when she was born that wasn't my fault. Oh yeah, this what she said. She said, I got it, y'all. She said that she used to tell Ann that it wasn't right for her to be mad at her because it wasn't her fault when Ann was born because she was in a coma. And I took it as Miss Barbara saying that, okay, you telling me Ann shouldn't be mad at you because whatever happened, it wasn't your fault because you was in a coma. That didn't make sense to me, y'all. And she wouldn't go no further than that. She would always like either jump on to something else. And for some reason, I used to want to just ask her like, damn, what the fuck is you leaving out? Because I could tell you leaving out a big portion by she was jumping from the fact that Ann was upset about something that's supposed to took place. Hold on, y'all. Something just jumped on my mind. Do y'all remember when the nephew Bear said that he always thought that Antonia and her sister Kim didn't like each other because of Kim's father touching or doing something to Antonia when she was a kid? Do y'all remember Miss Barbara nephew Bear saying that? And if y'all don't, I'll play that audio tomorrow. Now listen, the nephew Bear did say that. So is it possible that Miss Antonia could have been upset with Miss Barbara for allowing something to happen to her when she was a kid? First, before her son come up dead? Because you heard the nephew Bear said he don't remember them being liking each other ever since they were kids. This what Bear said. Bear said this. The nephew said that he don't remember that family ever liking each other ever since he and Antonia and Kim was kids. And he also said that that family stayed being viewed as mysterious. He said they kept a lot from the family. It's a lot that go on on that side of the family that the rest of the family didn't know about and possibly didn't want to know about. But one thing he did say, he was like, my auntie Barbara won't say shit. I asked him, I said, y'all remember? I asked him, I said, man, do you think it's possible Miss Barbara could have done something to Antonia? You know, I specifically asked her. I said, because, she said she can communicate with Ann, and all of a sudden she show up and now Ann supposedly all of a sudden come up missing. I was like, do you think it's based? I mean, this was right after he told us, oh, she take a lot of medication. I said, so okay, with that taken into consideration, do you think it's possible that Miss Barbara could have done something to Antoinette? That's exactly how I asked him that question. He paused for a second. He said that Kim told him. Now, Kim, we all know who Kim is, Miss Barbara's daughter, Antoinette's sister. He said that Kim told him that Miss Barbara and Antoinette did get into it. But he also went on to say that if that was true, he said Auntie Barbara ain't gonna say shit. That's exactly how he said it, and that's exactly how he sounded. He said, "Yup, but Auntie Barbara ain't gonna say shit." That's exactly what he said. Let me know if y'all remember that shit. Did he say that shit? That's exactly what he said. He said, "Yup, but Auntie Barbara ain't gonna say shit." I'm like, damn. So while Kim on the phone with us a few weeks before that, snapping on us, y'all motherfuckers bogus where my mom at, and y'all ain't got no right. I don't want to hear shit about no motherfucker supposed to be dead in no freezer. I don't want to hear shit about no motherfucker supposed to be dead in the casket. Where's my mama? So while she on the phone doing all that to us, telling us that her sister is alive. She's on the phone with her cousin, which is Belle, which is Miss Barbara's nephew, telling him, man, my motherfucking sister and my mama got into it. Y'all do the math. Y'all do the math. Antonia Evans is dead. Kim is on one end, cussing out me and Rob, telling us, man, my motherfucking sister is alive. I talked to her. She don't want to talk no motherfucker. She mad at my mama. Why the fuck y'all doing all this? And y'all don't know no. But she's on the other end telling her cousin, the same guy that we talking to. She in his other ear telling him, man, my motherfucking sister and my mama got into it. And he telling us, yeah, man, this is what Kim just told me. But Auntie Barbara ain't gonna say shit. Y'all remember, y'all heard it for yourself. The girl gone. Why else? And see, now that we know that, what was Kim doing? Kim was protecting her mom in all of this. Kim was trying to protect her mom. That's what Kim was doing. That's why Kim said, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Where my mom at? She said, I don't want to hear shit about no Crown Plaza, no freezer, or none of that bullshit. Them her exact words. We like, whoa, bullshit. This what I told her. This exactly what I said to her. She said, y'all out here doing all this. Y'all ain't talking to no police. I said, man, we done all of that. I said, here it is. You up here snapping. I said, you telling us we ain't got no right. We telling you we ain't talk to your sister. She interrupted. She said, who are y'all? Who are y'all to talk to her? I said, man, who the hell? What you talking about? You ain't even. I said, you telling us you ain't even talk to your sister. I said, we trying to prove if your sister dead or alive. We ain't talk to her. You ain't even talk to her. And I said that right after she had just told us that she did. She didn't even come back contest me when I said that. But she had just told us she did and told us to fall the fuck back. Because she talked to her sister and she don't give a fuck about none of what we've been on YouTube or whatever talking about. Where's her mom? She was trying to get a hold to her mom so she can further get it. Like, what the fuck is you doing? You ain't supposed to be doing all this. I'm telling you. Miss Barbara came in like chosen, knowing everything. Knowing absolutely everything. That's how Miss Barbara came in. Man, Miss Barbara came in knowing everything. Spilling uncooked beans all over the place like chosen. Uncooked information. Damn, that's what these people was doing. They was they was doing more than tripping. Yeah, they were tripping in the beginning, but shit, look at them now. Them motherfuckers slipping. They slipping all over the place. They couldn't keep a firm spot if they wanted to. Especially when we come after their ass, they couldn't stand firm if they wanted to. Look how they moving on YouTube now. Look how they acting. Look how every day they come up with something new. All we saying every day that you motherfuckers was involved and this is what happened. We don't give a damn about what fucking high school you went to but when y'all play these games like, okay, here's his kid and we the type of guys that just sit back and say, man, we not no sit back tight. Think you gonna fucking throw our kids' pictures up and we not gonna do the same to y'all? In fact, motherfucker, we gonna fucking go deep and try to hit you where it hurt. If you do it, ain't no really going back and forth. You do the shit one time, we going hard as we can to hurt your motherfucking ass. That's how we playing it. For the simple fact, man, we don't no motherfucker play them games, man. Don't nobody play like this. I'm talking about all the bullshit they put us through, man. Who the fuck play like this? Nobody. Man, we definitely ain't playing. We ain't playing. These boys jump on YouTube every day playing faithfully. And say, oh yeah, they was in. Look, they was in this music. All right, they had to do, YouTube and Google got to do they round checks. Y'all know how they do. Yeah, but it's crazy. And I'm telling y'all, they do this stuff without. Don't even be shameful about it. They be like, fuck it. I know I told them that this person was there some time ago, but shit. I need some activity flowing through my YouTube page. Now I'm finna tell them another person was there. And then if y'all notice in that video I just showed with Chosen King, For him to try to promote that girl photo that supposed to remove some filters off a photo, so obviously that tell us that that was a blurry photo that someone called himself removing filters. For him to try to promote her photo, why was he so much against everybody else that had blurry footage? Huh? Why was he so much against everybody else that had blurry footage? But on that video, he was like, "Yeah, this girl right here, she got a photo that we gotta see because she removed footage and you can clearly see the chains around the woman in the freezer neck." Man, what type of shit are you on? You on some bullshit. That's what he was on. That dude on some straight bullshit. I'm telling you, that dude used to fucking smoke weed, drink his eye drop, play the video game, then go live with some dumb shit. No, with the script. That's how he was fucking the script up so much. He was off that fucking eye drop, and when he got to the part where it said you're supposed to do the same shit straight dropping everybody else doing, he was so fucking gone off the eye drop, he did the opposite. That's why he came out that way, probably. And common sense will tell us, like, just say for instance, imagine this. Imagine tomorrow we all get up, me and Rob go live, and then we just start saying, "Oh yeah, Teresa, Miss Barbara, they innocent. Let's fight for them." Man, y'all will be like, "What fucking type of games these motherfuckers playing?" Man, all y'all ass will be like, "Man, y'all know what? We come to Chicago, we finna fuck you and Rob straight up." That's how what y'all will be saying. Y'all will be saying, "Man, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Some fucking they innocent after all this shit we done went through with you motherfuckers." Imagine we got up tomorrow and said that. I'm telling you, y'all will snap. I know one thing y'all will do. Y'all will make sure we get the fuck up off of YouTube with that bullshit. And that's how I be feeling with these people. That's why I be like, let's get their ass the fuck up off YouTube, because it don't make no sense. In the fight that we in, it don't make sense for them to be there, especially if they not gonna be on no real shit. It's plain, it's clear that they on some distraction type shit. That's the only thing they doing. Distraction. Man, get the fuck on. Get y'all ass out of here. Chosen King, man, we woke to this shit. You and Straight Dropping them, y'all been doing that shit, man. And look at Straight Drop. Straight Drop running. We been said that. He trying to play it cool. He trying to play it cool. Now he want to separate himself. He was all in the midst of it. Notice when we first exposed Chosen. When he all in the midst of it? When he, oh yeah, man, he was sharing our lives. We'll go live. He'll go live showing our shit when we broke the story. Y'all remember that? He will be live showing me and Rob video. That's what he was doing. And that's what I mean by, man, this thing was never serious with them guys. And we can understand why. We can understand why. They needed, in their eyes, they needed people like us. Because people like us, it wouldn't have pushed a very highly financed operation / movie / as Chosen say rituals. They wouldn't have been able to finance none of that. And they still going. These people still going. Just like we told them earlier, we've been riding these people since we got up Friday morning, and here it is Saturday morning. So And they still think we playing, y'all. They still think we playing. We just told them we just went practically a whole entire day on their ass. We just went a whole day on their ass. Here it is. We got up Friday morning, started slaying their ass, and here it is Saturday morning. And they think we just doing this for play. What grown men y'all know that'll do anything for play? Just about any, if you do it's very little and it's probably, being viewed okay as play, as being play and okay, but not this, not this. I hope everybody cool. I hope everybody have a peaceful evening. Everybody look out for each other. And that's what we do when we come over here. We be looking out for each other. Boy, let somebody jump in that chat on some nonsense. Man, it goes down. It goes down. They jump up in there. Y'all get that. Y'all get that. Man. See, that's we ain't got no problem with killing when them fools come over. That's our version of killing when they come over here in our chat with that nonsense. We get to killing them. Yeah, we like that killing sound. It gets us excited. When them fools come over here with them lies and all that bullshit, get that shit out of here. We're gonna kill that shit every time. Man, I'm gonna let everybody get off, enjoy it. I appreciate, man, because y'all could have been anywhere. Here it is, Friday evening. The whole fam up in here. The whole entire fam. We up in here doing what we do. Chopping it up. It's a Friday night. So that just shows what's important to us. What's important to us. And not to say that, some of the family that's out there enjoying themselves on Friday, that's what they supposed to do. Life's supposed to be fun. And they right now they just enjoying themselves. And that's not saying this is not important, but they just taking a minute out to enjoy themselves, which is good. We all should do that. But at the same time, I hope everybody get them some rest. Everybody, all the kings and the queens, get y'all some rest. I know we got to stay sharp. We got to get, at least a nice substantial amount of sleep. Just to keep the brain going at a rapid pace. But we woke over here, though, because we had enough sleep. Yeah, dig. That right, Big Burgers. Miss Red, Pretty Apple. Too blessed to be stressed. Luana, ain't that right? We've been asleep too long. That's gonna be our motto. Sleep does not exist anymore. Imagine if sleep just disappeared. Sleep exists no more. Imagine that. Yeah, that'd be, man. That sounds like a form of heaven, don't it? That sounds like a form of heaven. Sleep disappearing. We don't sleep no more, y'all. So if sleep disappears, it's only one thing. Y'all know what it is. If sleep disappears, that means only one motherfucking thing about us over here. Sleep disappear, that means we woke. I'm out.